Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Doing great. So I love Bad Dad Chris Evans. It's my favorite part about this movie.
Yeah.
But it also reminded me a lot of the Santa Claus while I was watching it. When you first read the script, was there like a holiday movie that you're like, this reminds me of this, and like you're really excited about it?
Well, it didn't really remind me of anything because it's so original.
Yeah.
Like, I've really never seen a Christmas movie like this,
Yeah.
which was super cool.
All right, I'm spinning this around because I want to ask you a question. Okay. Of the Hollywood Chris's, which one's your favorite Chris?
They're all my favorite.
I have to ask. One of my favorite things about this movie is there are certain aspects of it that remind like Chris Evans and his kid. I was like, oh, this reminds me of like the Santa Claus and like building that. And then, it is very unique too. But when you are in a movie that is so kind of quintessential Christmas movie, are there certain elements that you're like, I want it to have this thing because that's what I like about Christmas movies?
The thing is, I believe that this movie has all those things. It checks off all the boxes that I personally, as a fan, would love to see in a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
I want the heart. I want the nostalgia of Christmas's past, and that feeling of humanity and like the goodness. But I also want some action, and I kind of want some like lights and some sounds, and I want some comedy. I want to laugh. I mean, some of my favorite Christmas movies, are super funny. And my favorite Christmas movie of all time is really dark and funny. So it's a 1994 movie with Dennis Leary called The Ref. If you've ever seen it, it's the greatest Christmas movie ever. It's kind of
Yeah. How is it, working on an action movie that does have so many specific kind of requirements because it is a Christmas movie that has those elements to it?
Yeah. I don't know if it's any different in terms of the action. It's just the action gets more themed, But it's always like that on pretty much any action movie, depending what the film is. Whether it's fast set in Rio with kind of that locale and those people, or any other movie. And just this one in particular gave more opportunity with wintry sorts of action, avalanches and snowmen fights and things like that. And you just take advantage of it. And you always just ask yourself, like, what would I want to see if I was sitting in the theater, and what would surprise the audience? Like, when I'm sitting there, I want to hear them be like, oh, that was cool, or ooh, that was whatever. So you just think about that.
So to start, I loved this movie a lot, and I also think it's really fun how it's playing with a bunch of different Christmas themes and stories that we all know. For you, when you got the call and you're like, I have to play Krampus, what was your first initial thought of playing what is quote unquote a villain in a lot of people's eyes of Christmas as a whole?
I miss the villains in the Christmas mythology, and there's so many of them. They're like in Central Europe, but also every country has this old tale about these punishing creatures, right? So Krampus and Grilla is two of them, but there's so many. So the possibilities this Christmas universe, this movie presents, is
I have
unlimited.
a question because now that you are married to a Chris, or you were in this film, I do want to know.
I was like, my husband's name is Chris?
Oh, in this film, you're married to
That's
Chris.
where we are with the brain today, you guys.
Has he moved up your Chris ranking?
Oh, I don't know that I had a Chris ranking. I feel like I'm missing out. Do I need to?
There's the Hollywood Chris's.
There
Everyone
are,
ranks
you're
the
right.
Chris's.
And then there's Chris Kringle,
Yeah, now it's a Christmas
top
movie,
of the
so
list.
it's
Chris
Kringle.
Mass.
Yeah, there's so many Chris's. One question as a Scorpio.
What's up?
So I think our birthdays are the exact same day.
Yesterday?
Or on the 8th.
Oh, you're the 8th. Okay, I'm the 10th.
Okay,
So
close.
yeah.
How does it feel as a Scorpio playing a witch?
Like everything is right. Like it's just everything kind of falls into place. I mean, we're witches, right?
We are inherently witches.
Do you know your other like rising things?
Virgo rising, Sag moon.
Okay, so I'm Sag moon, Sag rising as well.
Oh, so you're really witchy.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
so
that's
they
very
say.
witchy.
So they say.
We used to be Twitter besties.
What's that?
My name's Rachel Leishman. We used to be Twitter buddies. Hi. Good seeing you.
Of course. Good seeing you.